Will the Taliban keep their word about being peaceful? No. The answer to that question is growing implications for the thousands of U.S. citizens and Afghans still trapped in Kabul. The U.S. may be securing the airport, but the Taliban has now surrounded it, and they've reportedly beaten some and threatened others who are trying to leave the country. President Biden insists any interference by the Taliban will result in a serious military response from the U.S. Yeah, we're going to go stay in your country for another 20 years. It's about to become a terror magnet as well. Can we trust the Taliban? And what can we do if those theocratic mental deficients get a foothold? Joining me to discuss, combat veteran and founder of thedarksecretplace.com. Go there now and subscribe over and over again. It's Brian Suits. Welcome back.
Love to be here.
What do you want to tackle
Not
first?
the circumstances, but
no.
you know.
Yeah.
Well, okay. First of all, it's a fairly badly kept secret that we're paying the Taliban to provide security outside Hamid Karzai International Airport. It's not a well-kept secret anymore. We do have combat troops there, and yes, their weapons are loaded and the whole thing. But this terrorist cabal is about to retake the country that 20 years ago tonight they had. And recall, 20 years ago tonight, who was the Minister of Defense of Afghanistan? Osama bin Laden, the ne'er-do-well son of a construction magnate from Saudi Arabia. Yes, of course, they're going to welcome in any terrorist organization besides ISIS that wants to come back to Afghanistan. And the Taliban are inextricably linked to Al-Qaeda. They have history. And that's just that. I mean,
so explain that, though, because this is one of the things that I'm so curious about is how these groups operate. And are there rivalries? Do they all work together to bring about the implosion of the West? Like, how do Al-Qaeda, ISIS, and say, Hezbollah work together, if at all?
Well, Hezbollah is an extension of Iran. ISIS-K, ISIS in the Khorasan, in Afghanistan and Iran, they hate the Taliban. They round up Taliban leaders and they put debt cord around their necks and behead them on videos. The Taliban are inheriting an ongoing civil war with ISIS in Afghanistan, plus Rashid Dostum, formerly from the Northern Alliance, he's going to carve out his own fiefdom like he did 20 years ago. So they're more concerned with blowing each other up and killing each other, and then in between blowing up girls' schools, and then beating women for showing their faces and things like that. However, that vacuum of authority was exactly what Al-Qaeda needed 20 years ago, 25 years ago. So, of course, it's going to be an incubator for anti-Western terrorism.
And that's my question. This is like a bubbling nest of terror. So, you know, what does the United States do?
You know, it's a crap magnet. What we have to do is what we should have done in 2001, and that's eliminate Al-Qaeda, kill bin Laden, send 3 Ranger battalions to Kunar province, and then leave, and then tell the Taliban, hey, please enjoy your medieval state, but if that ever happens again, you're going to get some 21st century technology right up your poop factory. And that's what we should do now. Now we're acting like the Taliban are some sort of rational government because they've learned our language. And you hear them saying, "Oh, well, no, we're gonna honor women's rights within Islam's,
and then Jake Sullivan is like, we're really hopeful that we can trust the Taliban this time. And it's like, are you new? Like, what is wrong with you? So is Biden completely...
I have this bridge.
Is Biden incompetent, and does he have to be removed from office? Quickly.
He's thoroughly incompetent. Robert Gates said, former Secretary of Defense, a thoroughly competent bureaucrat, pointed out that Joe Biden has not made a good foreign policy call in 40 years. You can add 42 years now. Yeah. This is a seismic event in American foreign policy.